it. At that point, wait for a red wind, for the sinking of the earth, for Qadr. Two opinions flying of stones, with severe winds of the earth, expelling the corpse of the deceased after its burial, and for signs that will follow in sequence, like the beads of an old necklace, after its string is cut, and they fall in sequence. Related that the Messenger of Allah said, "In this nation there will be the sinking of the earth and the swallowing of what is on it, transformation into animals, and qadhaf, flying of stones with severe winds, or the earth expelling the corpse of the deceased after its burial." A man asked, "And when is that, O Messenger of Allah?" He said, "When female singers and musical instruments appear or become widespread, and when alcohol is imbibed." This hadith is gharib, and it was related in another narration, that is mursal, related that the Messenger of Allah said, "When my nation walks in an arrogant and haughty manner, Allah will give rain to its evil ones over its good ones." This hadith is gharib, related that the Prophet said, "We are the last of nations and the first on the day of resurrection, and we are the first to enter paradise." And the wording of the above narration is taken from Sunan and Nasi, related that the Messenger of Allah said, "Indeed, paradise is forbidden for all of the prophets until I enter it first, and it is forbidden upon all nations until my nation enters it first. Until my nation enters it first," related this narration. Related that the Prophet said, "Gabriel came to me and showed me the door of paradise through which my nation will enter." Abu Bakr said, "O Messenger of Allah, I wish I was with you so that I could have seen it." The Messenger of Allah said, "Indeed, O Abu Bakr, you are the first to enter paradise from my nation." The following is established in Bukhari and Muslim. Allah will say, "Admit into paradise whoever from your nation has no reckoning upon him through the Bab, a door of paradise," and they will be participating with the people in all of the other doors as well. In another narration, Abu Hurairah related that the Messenger of Allah said, "Whoever spends a pear from his wealth," a pair is referring to any two things from the same type of wealth, "in the way of Allah, he will be called from the gates of paradise, and paradise has gates. So whoever is from the people of prayer, then he is called from the gate of prayer. Whoever is from the people of charity, sadaqah, he is called from the gate of charity. Whoever is from the people of jihad is called from the gate of jihad. Whoever is from the people of fasting is called from the gate of Ar-Rayyan." Abu Bakr said, "By Allah, will there be one who is called from all of them, O Messenger of Allah?" He said, "Yes, and I hope that you will be one of them." Related that the Messenger of Allah said, "In paradise there are 8 gates, one of which is called Ar-Rayyan. None enter it save the people of fasting. When they will have entered through it, it will be closed, and none other than them shall enter through it. The poor will enter paradise before the rich." Related that the Messenger of Allah said, "Poor Muslims will enter paradise before the rich by a period of half a day of the hereafter, and that is 500 years from this world." related it in another narration, and ruled it to be Hassan Sahih through another chain related that the Messenger of Allah said, "Indeed, the poor believers will enter paradise half a day before the rich." For the believers, and that is 500 years from this world. From this world. From this world. Related that he heard the Messenger of Allah say, "On the day of resurrection, the poor muhajirun will precede the rich ones to paradise by 40 autumns, 40 years." Related that the Messenger of Allah said, "Two believers met at the door of paradise, a rich believer and a poor believer. Such were they in the world. The poor believer was made to enter paradise, while the rich believer was held back for a period that Allah willed him to be restrained. He was then made to enter paradise. The poor man met him and said, 'O my brother, what has held you back? By Allah, you were restrained until I began to fear for you.' He said, 'My brother, after you entered paradise, my detainment was severe and unpleasant. I have only reached you after so much sweat poured from me that